and as a result, somebody opened that door or went into that like section, looked in our fridge, and then just took food and was just eating it downstairs. And that was my food. That was my food I wanted to eat. Um, and they didn't do anything to him because he didn't steal enough for them to really like exact a crime. Like, right? Yeah. Even if, like, for example, in our grocery store, um, like if we see someone stealing, if they get to the door before we can like get to them, we're supposed to leave them alone. Like that is store policy because it's also a health risk. Like you don't know what that person's capable of, so even if you try to stop them, they might actually attack you. They, anything could happen. But if they leave that store, then that's it. But it sucks. But I get what they're saying. Like it's really a business thing. It's a business thing because they don't want to be held accountable for like someone suing them or anything like that. I'm sure that's part of it, but I can see the health dangers of it too. But like you said, it piles up because now we know who did it. Now we know like you're the one stealing. So like what happens after that is we if we notice them, we'll like monitor them around the store the next time and kind of play mind games with them. Like sometimes the manager will go security check on aisle I. There is no aisle I, right? She's just saying that just to freak that person out because they know they have a likelihood of stealing. So it's like it kind of scares them into not stealing anymore, or at least second guessing it. Shoot. um. Oh shoot, brass knuckles. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. I hope y'all doing well. I should find a better way to look at my stream chat, or I could let me see something. I'm also watching WWE right now, but I don't have enough screens to like do everything. So let me try something real quick. Let me try something real quick. Let me see something. Let me see something. Okay, there we go. Move this over here. Alright. Radar, love it. What's this for? This honestly is for my own personal gain. I would like to. I just wanted to draw Ninja Storm, um, because like it's a Ninja Storm. It's dope. So I figured I might as well get an illustration popping. See how it would go. Right now I completed the line art for the characters, so today I'm probably gonna do a little bit of shading. Um and I don't know, we'll see where we go from there. Let me see if I can get these chats up and ready. Posing is sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, whoops. Put that on the wrong screen. Okay, let me try that, and then there we go. I'm gonna try that out. Whoops. This will do. Okay, so trying to think of how I'm gonna shade this. It would definitely have to be it would definitely have to be what do you call it? Individual layers because of the way I set up the illustration. I'm gonna start with the Blue Ranger and then work my way down. So maybe I'll do like this. Set up a group with this in the group. This will be the transparency lock. Turn the transparency lock on this one off. And hit the multiply. And then used to draw Jungle Fury. I didn't really mess with Jungle Fury like that. But to be fair, I had kind of slipped out of Power Rangers when that one came out. But I did see some of the designs for it. Some of them were pretty cool. Um been a follower for a minute and love your art regardless. Thank you, man. Thank you for one finding my work and then also keeping up with it. I appreciate that. Let me see. Let me see something. Let me see something. So actually, yeah, yeah. So this will be. We'll delete this layer. I'm basically setting up the layer organization um for this drawing because what I'm thinking of doing is adding a gradient map. The gradient map will allow me to, based off the values of white to black, change the color of the shading. So I don't know. I'll see how that goes. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Hold on, 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 hold on. There was this really nice photo I found online. Somebody was talking about it on Twitter, and it was, I believe, of Power Rangers Zeo, and it had this really nice, I don't know, warm and inviting color palette. And I kind of want to recreate that in some way, shape, or form. Power Rangers Zeo images. It was either no, it had to have been Zeo. It was either Zeo or Lightspeed, maybe. But I think it was Zeo. I found one of them. Ninja Storm was one of the best seasons. I agree. That was a dope season of Power Rangers. Where'd it go? I just saw it. There it is. Let me see if I can save image. Dang it! It's a WebP. Despicable. I get it. WebP is more optimized for viewing on the internet. Yes, yes, yes. But man. Okay, so with the color grading of this image, it looks like all of the highlights are kind of toned down. That's the vibe I get from this. But all of the shadows are also brought up. There's no hard shadows. Okay. What's your favorite genre of visual media that you like to draw, i.e., from anime, Disney, Cartoon Network? Um, there's no real particular form of fan art that I like more than the other. Um, Usually it's stuff that's from my childhood that I like more, but there's nothing really like I favor too much over the other. I guess I guess anime. Well, that's not true. Maybe anime. Anime seems to be the more popular one, at least. Like currently, anytime I draw something, the anime ones usually pop off more. But it really varies. Like my comfort character, for example, is like Spider Man and Batman. But I also can draw Goku and in like Dragon Ball characters because I've drawn them so often. Um, I would say Dragon Ball probably is the one I like drawing the most. But it's not significant. It's not a significant difference. Um, I need to study that image a little more. I need to see what colors we're dealing with here. It's kind of brownish. It's like a brownish tone to it, and then there's like kind of pops off in the highlights. Eh, I see, I see. Hmm. A little bit of blue in there. Have you ever drawn My Hero Academia or Cowboy Bebop? It's funny you say that because you post DBZ the least. I have a good explanation as to why that is. Um, I noticed that even though I was getting a lot of followers because of Dragon Ball content, what was starting to happen was I noticed all of my other posts that weren't Dragon Ball were doing really bad, comparatively speaking. So it was like, oh, am I becoming like known as just a Dragon Ball artist? And I didn't want that, honestly. I didn't want to just be known as the Dragon Ball artist because it felt like I was limiting myself. It felt like I could draw a lot more than that. So I started like limiting how often I would do Dragon Ball content. Also, the Dragon Ball community, when it comes to art, they really love reposting and not crediting. That left a sour taste in my mouth. So I was like, I don't want that. That might be a mm, that might be a decision full of vanity to it, but that was part of the reason as to why I stopped like posting as much. I still like drawing it, but I just don't do it often. Um, Why do you opt for dynamic poses rather than stationary? It's mainly in part because like I like the idea of motion in illustrations. I like being able to read that, oh, this is a like real time event. This is actually happening, like it's candid almost. Um I always found that kind of cool in illustrations. Like there's several examples you can find in history of elite artists showcasing movement in their art, and I always thought it was really cool to see that. Like war paintings. You ever see war paintings where they're like on horses and they're battling each other? It looks cool. Like it's captivating because you can see that this is a real time event. Like there's movement going on, even though it's only one frame. That's one of the reasons as to why I like doing it. Um, uh, Another reason is like it does help with like showcasing the body language and emotions of the characters. Since I don't draw their faces, there's other ways that I have to showcase, what the vibe and the tone of this illustration is. And so dynamic poses help a lot with creating body language, um, and kind of revealing what character the subject is. But to answer your question, yes, I've drawn My Hero Academia and Cowboy Bebop. Um, I had a week of My Hero back in 2021 where I was just drawing the characters. Um, Cowboy Bebop, I've really only drawn once. It was like for a friend's birthday. Um, but I don't really draw it too often. Cool answer. Preach. Okay. So I have an idea for my beach shading. This must have been the shading I used for Die Ranger. Yeah. So let's try that and then make a new one. Duplicate selected gradient. Or rather, how about this? I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna try and go for bright, vibrant colors for my shading. I want to kind of have it be super saturated in color, but also very light. And I'm curious as to what that will look like. So let's see what we got. Wanted to say you a real one, Aziz. Miss you, bro. Is that Tyler? What's up, man? How you doing, man? Yeah, it has been a while. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember the last time we saw each other. It has been a minute. Let me see. I'm trying to find a good gradient here. Or you know what? Maybe I should go for a purple. Oh, this is gonna look insane. Hold on. This might look gnarly. We're definitely gonna have to test this out just to see what happens. Make sure all the values are the same. We'll give that a shot. We'll see what that looks like. Too dang long is yeah, honestly. Let's see this. Let's try this out. So what I did was I made a gradient map where the darker the color goes, the value of or the hue of that color changes. So, for example, let's see. I'm gonna get the brush tool out. V. So let's try oil paint flat brush, and then increase the size. So, for example, right, this this color here needs to be, let's see, multiply. Okay, good. Which body? Which layer is this? This is the hands layer. Okay. About how you've worked hard and I saw how you've worked and how far you come with the art. Thank you, man. Yeah, yeah. You've seen from from high school, so you were there for a minute. You were there for from like an early development of my work. So it's like, yeah, you got to see the journey low key. So like you see how this is like black, right? And so I'm painting it on this layer where it's black and white. But when I turn on the gradient map, depending on how dark the color is or how black the color is and how white it is, it'll change color because of the gradient map I applied. So when I turn this on, see now it's like it turns blue at the darkest and then it's like pink at the top. So I want to use these colors as a as like the shading colors and I'm very curious as to what will happen as a result. I'll have to adjust the shading a little bit or the colors a bit just to match better, but this is kind of the this is kind of what I'm intending on doing. I feel like it would look pretty cool, not gonna lie. But we'll see. We gonna see. Oh yeah, I feel like we might be up. I feel like this might look pretty cool. Okay, okay. I got to commission a Blaze Blue poster. Oh frick, man! I forgot. I forgot about Blaze Blue, man. Oh my goodness, that used to be the game. Used to be a game y'all would play all the time, bro. I never really got the hang of it, um, but it was interesting watching you guys play it. I've, funnily enough, I used to play fighting games with you guys all the time, but now I kind of fell off of it. Um, I don't know, man. I think it was just like me personally. It was mainly in part because I was like, man, the time I need to commit to be good at the fighting game, I don't think I can commit to that time anymore. So over time, I kind of weaned off of it. Oh, shoot. My stream still up on Discord. All right, this is the main event. You should Take a look at this, bro. Wait, is he wearing a Killmonger inspired vest? That's hilarious. It's not loading. Hang let's see. So it was working earlier. Uh, okay. What do you guys see now? Nothing. Okay, you see my phone. Okay, cool. So let's see what happens when I click this. it's the app. Okay, what about now? It's loading. I wonder if it's a. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a skill issue. Let's see. Let me try this. Reconnect. There's no audio. Insane. Oh, I muted it. That's why. Hold on. Your VC. All right. Now there's audio, right? I can hear it. All right. Listen to this crowd, bro. They're insane. They're just popping off. Yeah. Give me my viewers back. That's an insane thing to say to somebody. Give me back my girl. they are they are lit. Yeah, it is Booker T. You talking about Wade Barrett? Bad news, Barrett. Aziz drawn peak. Thank you for the raid, Brandon. Nemeko, Cole, Goose. That's not a goose. I need to use the paintbrush in CSP more. The CSP brushes are dope. I'm not gonna lie. Keep it real with you, they dope. Let me see. Oh my goodness, he smacked him. Hmm. Ooh. They went out. I like how in some matches, uh, technically once you leave the ring, the ref starts to count. But if you go out like this, the ref might let it slide and just let y'all fight it out because they know like realistically you're not gonna make it back to the ring in 10 seconds or the 10 count, so they just let them they just let them go. Mm-mm. Oh shoot. Stand and deliver. We want tables, is that what I heard? They're chanting we want tables. Jeez. Chewing gum. Yeah. In a previous pay per view, Melo finally turned on him. the crowd, the crowd was quite literally chanting "F you, Melo." except, well, not now, but in the and then you hear him mouthing, "You made me do this. You made me do this. You made me like this." On some Omni Man type beat. Why did you make me do that? I like his moveset because it's inspired by Booker T. That's why it's kind of cool that Booker T like hypes him up during his intro. Michael Cole. Michael Cole finna turn up later today. who know who knows how much he gonna be yelling. Uh-huh. Yep. Bro, if we had gone to Philly and we like paid for all of these events, our weekend would have been stacked. Because yesterday they had Friday Night SmackDown, and then right after Friday Night SmackDown, like literally an hour later, they had the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and then the NXT pay per view we're watching right now started at 12 p.m. and then WrestleMania would happen at 7. We would have been fried, bro. what What are your predictions for WrestleMania? Frig, dude. um, what are my predictions for WrestleMania? I think Idris Elba. I think Rhea Ripley's gonna beat Becky for the title. I think she's gonna win. um, it's gonna be a match for sure, but I think she got it. Um, the tag team match between Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Seth Rollins and Cody. I think The Rock and Roman Reigns gonna win that match. I think they're gonna make it Bloodline Rules tomorrow, or for tomorrow. Um, I think tomorrow Roman or not Roman, sorry, Drew McIntyre. I think he's gonna beat Seth Rollins. I think I think it's time for Seth to lose that title. I ain't gonna lie. Not that he yeah, not that he don't deserve it or anything, but I think it's Drew has been popping off low key. I ain't gonna lie. So I think he deserved it. I think he deserved that title. Cody, if Cody does not win tomorrow, we riot. Do you understand me? Him losing last year, fine, whatever. It was heartbreaking. It is what it is. But if he loses again, we riot. That's the solution. That's the obvious answer. That's the obvious response. He has to finish the story. It's funny you say that because Carmelo Hayes actually pulled up in a Killmonger vest. Like he had a vest that was inspired by the Killmonger's Black Panther suit. No, not the low blow. Not like this. No way, not the ref. He said, I ain't losing in hometown. He said, I ain't losing in hometown. There it is, Malmushi. They are lit. This was apparently this is apparently the first time in NXT history that two black men main evented when they pay per views. That was something that they pointed out. Yeah, which is crazy to think about. Like it took this long, man. I feel like in a few years, I really do think there's going to be like a crazy like black like WWE. Like I feel like that's going to be the future. Like just a bunch of like the card is going to be stacked with like really good black wrestlers. Hmm. Hmm. Like that crowd, that's a large crowd wanting him to win. Like if he not up in a few years, like if he's not top of the card, I don't know what. I don't know what. I really don't. Oh, this is Philly. Yeah. All right. In a few hours, what like 2 hours or 4 hours and 15-ish minutes? That's when Smack or not SmackDown. That's when WrestleMania starts. So time is near. Time is near. Hold up, let me. Here we go. Composition is really good and inspiring. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me see. There we go. Now I can return to my monitor. I was swapping between the chat and my drawing while that was playing. Nice, nice. Very nice, Caesar Chan. Hello, back. Hmm? Ninja Storm. Ranger Form. Mountain Dew Rap. Insane. And you're refreshed. Man, you about to get the only stones you're about to hit is the kidney stones, bro. You understand me? Baja Blast. What's that one YouTuber slash TikToker, Jordan Lovett, I believe is his name. He apparently dropped the recipe for Baja Blast. Like he showed the ratio of like what was it, Mountain Dew and Powerade and some other concoction. Um, like if you combine these three together, you get Baja Blast. I don't know how true this is. I haven't tried it. I haven't tested it out. Um, but the information is available for free if anyone wants to do that, wants to obtain it naturally. Apparently, he's so popular that he says that when he goes to restaurants, they know him. They know he's part of the fast food secret society. They know it's him. They yeah, that could have been s'mores. Hmm. S'mores could easily be a social media figure, but his personality prevents him from doing it. Like he don't like the attention of it. Like, but he could do it. It does. It takes effort for sure to maintain a public image. That's why I feel bad for actors who get caught in like scandals or smear campaigns or accusations, like especially if they're not true, because even if it isn't true, right? Even if it isn't the case, the damage has already been done. Like your public image is forever tainted just from association of having something done that to you. So it really messes with your yeah, like it really messes with your ability to like make money, because your profession is heavily based off of your public image. Some personalities are so charismatic and or so enigmatic that those scandals actually don't matter, like they're immune to them. We'll see it every now and then. Kanye has been testing his enigma for years now. Um, freaking, who else does something like that? There's certain people where you're like, yeah, he's just like that, and no matter how much smearing they try to do to him, it just doesn't work because his core fan base is like they support them too much. Yes, yes. The former president's charisma with his group of people is way too high, way too strong, bro. Nothing can stop him. Yeah, his charisma is easily max settings. Freaking 11, bro. Mm. That's the issue. Like that's the big problem we got here, Tendo. There's so many there's so many things that both of these candidates have done that if any other credible candidate showed up, they wouldn't stand a chance. Which is so funny. Like is weird, bro. Like I'm looking at both of these guys and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want any of them. I don't want any of them. Mm. You know what they say. It's easy, that's why. it's easier to live like that because that means you don't have to make any attempts. You don't have to try. Someone else can do it for you if you live that way. I'm still trying to figure out like because there are times where I feel that way, but then there are other times where I'm like, no, we had a way out and we wanted this way out, but you didn't. You took it from us. Like there were times where there were candidates where they were like, oh, I want this guy, and then they just get knocked off in the preliminaries or um yeah, the preliminaries or like primaries is what they call it. That's what's called primaries. Like there'll be other candidates where I'm like, yeah, I want this guy, and just no, we get the worst option possible. It's like okay, now you're making us vote on this guy. Why? He's clearly not fit. Oh well. Bastet, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Okay, so that's the rough sketch, rough pass of this shading. It's helping me provide an idea as to what direction I want to go with the shading. I might adjust the gradient a little bit, have a smoother pass between the blue, or not the blue, the pink and the orange. I think the way I do that is, mm, okay, okay. Scared of yourself? Oh, hmm. Yeah, I'm not a fan of looking at that final total price when I go to the store to buy some chips, bro. Freaking ridiculous. It's like, what do you mean I spent $10 for a drink and some potatoes? So let me recreate. I'm gonna copy this, place it in here. I'll cover all of this in point. There we go. Mhm. Hmm. Hmm. Huh? What in the world? I, it's real cute. It's real adorable how people just like playing with their lives and other people's lives on the road. It's adorable. It's so cute. It's so cute. Driving backwards, driving backwards through three traffic lights. Mm. It's not supposed to be an everyday thing. So naturally, you're gonna look at it and go, "What?" Because what? Like, what do you mean he's driving backwards? Are you out of your mind? Mm, hmm. Mods. There was one time I actually made like a Batman-esque um like sound ramp for one of my videos. Um Sometimes I'll still use it even if it's not a Batman related like thing. I just like the sound of it, so I just use it. I noticed some people paid attention to the sound design in my trailer and they liked it, so I was like, "Oh, thank goodness, thank goodness," because I have no idea what I'm doing. Ugh. What? What in the world? Almost crashed into my sister in on the road is insane. I be getting mad, bro. I be getting mad when something happen on the road because the human instinct is to look, and as a result, people slow down, and it's so annoying because they can actually start to cause traffic that way. I get it. This is an unnatural like occurrence. This doesn't happen very often. I understand why you're interested. Keep it moving, please. Like this accident happened on the opposite side of the road. I'd understand if it's on our side of the road. Yeah, you want to drive slow because you don't know what's really going on. You don't want to like make it more dangerous than it already is because there's an accident. That makes sense. But if you're on the opposite side of the road and the accident happened over there, and you're paying attention to it and you're slowing down because you want to see because you want to be nosy, bro. Look, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm gonna start with the shading first, but I might put in some of the colors just to see how the shading reacts to those colors, and then that will help me decide whether or not I can keep going with this palette of colors. Yeah, I wanted to try something a little bit more, I guess, poppy, more saturated, more vibrant. Because sometimes I look at my drawings and I go, "There's not enough saturation." Hmm. Hmm. Uh huh. That's funny. The Doppler effect. That's funny. Lorenzo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. What conglomerate? What conglomerate of words did you just say? What in the world? That sounds like death for real. uh, yeah, I mean, I forget when it happened, but I remember some years ago, like for whatever reason, I never thought about it like this, but like muffins, pancakes, cupcakes, and bread are basically all the same thing. I was like, yeah, I was like, these are all the exact same thing. They're just in different shapes. Like, but they're you right. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I never thought about it like that. Mm. Get you a muffin. Hmm. Cornbread. Cornbread is really good. I don't get it very often, but the times I do eat it, I actually really like it. If done right. Oh, and coffee cake. Coffee cake, bang. I don't know what it is, but it just hit. It's just real messy. Like like it crumbles. Yeah, it's good. It's just it crumbles so easily. I'd be getting mad. I'd be like, but come on, man. Just falling everywhere, spilling. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to eat the coffee cake, bro. Hmm. Naturally. Hmm. That popcorn will get you, bro. Good old sneak attack. Looking at your hands in shame. What have I done? You know what took me a while to really what would throw me off is like I'm so specific about my taste in popcorn. Like it can't be anything but buttered popcorn. Like if it's kettle, I'm not messing with it heavy for real. I don't know what it is, but kettle popcorn never like I never liked it. Like the I guess this like the sugary sweetness of it just threw me off because I'm so used to buttered popcorn. Like I want my popcorn salty, not sweet. Like I don't know. It always messed with me. I'm like, I don't want this. Coming along nicely. Thank you. Thank you. Hmm. Right. What is this? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Mm-hmm. Caramel to popcorn ratio. Yeah, bro. When it's too sweet. There was one time I had what's it called? A cannoli. I had a cannoli once, and I think it's the only time I'm gonna have a cannoli because I didn't expect it to be that sweet and that much in volume. It's so much. I'm like, this is just death. Like this is just death. This is way too much. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, bro. Like, it's just like, what's going on? Like, why is this? Why is there so much of this content? Yeah, that's one thing that has been like affecting me. The older I'm getting, the more what's the word? Fine tuned the taste buds are getting. So the sweets just aren't kicking it like they used to. They're just they're a deterrence, honestly. Like I when I eat it, I'm like I don't want this anymore. Like, this is too much. I'll be thinking about that sometimes though. Like if you were to take um if you were to take a human from thousands of years ago and you were able to somehow like get them into such a state where they don't get affected by today's like plastic microplastics and whatnot, like they just don't die immediately from all the disease. Like if you manage to get them to like go through that first and then ask them to try like the sweets of today, like how addicted are they getting, like you know what I mean, like, or would it be so sweet that they get deterred? Like I wonder which one is which, like what's going to happen first. They'd be like, stop it. Like they go spit it out. Ugh, what is that? It's too much. Or would they go, oh my goodness, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna keep eating this. Like this is it. This is it. This is the one. Man, this is not good for my health, bro. You're just consuming nothing at that point. Just straight nothing. Nothing about the experience is good. Nothing. You fasting? Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm. That man over there fiending. He doing that thing that Drew McIntyre does when he sells a move and he falls on his back. He like does like a bridge where he like arcs his back off of the ground, but everything else is hitting the ground, so he looks like he's just in incredible pain. Hmm. Oh shoot. Yeah, no, Drew compared to his like debut look is a significant difference. You would have thought that the Drew McIntyre you're looking at now is the older brother of the Drew McIntyre back then. That's what it looks like. They don't even really look like the same person. Because not only did he grow out his facial hair, but he dyed his hair black, and then he gained an incredible amount of muscle, like several pounds of extra muscle he gained. So he just looks entirely different. Yeah, who knows? Because like those guys get paid millions of dollars or at least like hundreds of $1,000s at the lowest. So it's like who knows how much money they're investing in just body maintenance. You said who? Oh, Theory. Yeah, Theory looks insane. Like his physique is crazy. Um, Borderline bodybuilder. I think that's why they're like comparing him to John Cena because that's kind of how they booked him too. Like he's kind of like modern day young Cena. Like yeah, like even Cena looked like that when he was early in his career. Only problem is they don't know what they're doing with Theory. Like yeah, they got him teaming with Austin or not Grayson Waller and whatnot, but like it's kind of that heel group that like is played for shenanigans. They don't really you don't really take them seriously, so it's difficult to like get a solid push when you're like the comedic relief or at least the silly conniving like you know heel group where it's like they're just messing around. It can be done, but it's difficult. Is that triple threat happening today or tomorrow? There's a triple threat match between Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton for the United States title. The fact that Logan Paul has a title is insane to me. Like he really has a title. They believe in him. Yeah. Hmm? You think this is a freaking game? Prowlism. Welcome back to the stream. Hope your day is going well. Hmm. What the heck is the dude from Devil May Cry doing in Warframe? what's the what's that called again? It's like choice paralysis or something like that. I can't remember the exact term. Like yeah, like when you see too many menu items, you just don't know what to get. Or when you're on Netflix, you don't know what to watch because it's too much. Oh my goodness, it's just too much. Interesting. Oh, frick. How did you make that brush? So this brush is actually. Let me show you something. What you're seeing right now is actually the effects of a gradient map. If I turn off the gradient map, this is actually what I'm shading right here. But when I turn on the gradient map, the lighter colors turn into that pink and orange, and the darkest color is the blue. Hmm. I bought myself a new $600 tablet. Oh, big boy investment. And it's arriving shortly. Just waiting for your packages 10 stops away notification. Nice, nice, nice. It's my B day next Thursday, so I might as well get myself something. Fair. Happy birthday 1 week in advance. One of my friends put me onto gradient maps. I should start using that. It's convenient. Yeah, gradient maps, very powerful feature to use if you want to make dynamic like color shifts in your illustration without like hurting yourself too much. Crazy how deceiving celebrity lifestyle is to the public. Some of the down to earth celebrities and actors literally struggled like us at some point, even with the fame. You know who Jason Griffith is? I do not know who Jason Griffith is. I don't. Why are you laughing? He says. Jason Griffith was the most iconic voice actor for Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog back in the early 2000s. Oh, okay, okay. And he revealed he was voice acting for the games while working for a pizza shop just to make his rent. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's the thing about like when you're the one that establishes something, you're not going to reap the benefits immediately because you're like it's just been introduced to the world type beat. So it's like at first it can be rough. A slight example like Robert Downey Jr. His first check for the first Iron Man movie wasn't all that great. Like he wasn't even the top star. Terrence Howard was the one that got paid the most in that movie. But of course, as time passed and the subsequent movies that Tony Stark would be in, Robert Downey Jr. would get bigger and bigger checks. It's insane. The social media thing really had a bunch of struggle. Yeah, I mean, Terrence is an expensive, especially during that time. Terrence Howard was super expensive for an actor, so um, it was technically easier on them for him not to show up again. But I heard one of the reasons to why he left was because he wanted to get paid more. I don't know how true that is. It sounds plausible though. Okay, so I did the preliminary pass of shading for the Blue Ranger here. Um, I think I'm gonna block out some of the colors inside for some of the colors of the Blue Ranger because I'm curious as to see what it looks like before I keep going with the other Rangers. Let me turn on the other layer. So I need a good reference photo for the Blue Ranger, like something that'll give me a solid color to work off of. That's the only downside. There's no real photo of the Blue Ranger suit that like I can copy from. So I have to kind of estimate what the color would be. Don Cheadle is better. I'll be in LA this summer for an internship in character concept design. Any advice? Sadly, I don't have a lot of experience with character design. Like I made my own characters, but I have no idea how that works in the industry. Like I don't know how that operates because I've never been in that situation before. Um, so I don't want to pretend like I have all that experience and give you false advice. That would be disingenuous. Um, I don't know. I feel like you can't go wrong with at least asking around other people who do have advice, and then observing what they worked on, seeing how other character designs have been made and what their processes were. I'm sure there's plenty of content on YouTube or just internet in general of people talking about their experience making characters, what worked, what didn't, how many times they had to go through it, how many times they had to revise their character design. One advice I did hear about on Twitter, take that for a grain of salt, is like improve your library of knowledge. Basically, um, study a lot of what you want your character to be instead of basing it off of other characters that already exist. Because if you try to base a character design off another character design, it's going to look like you copied that other character, or at least it's not going to feel inspired. But if you source your character design from something that is obscure or something that's more original or more primary, then you can actually get further because now you have more information to explore and character designs with. I understand. I appreciate the guy that's just asking the artist for advice. Yeah, ask the professionals, the ones who know what they're doing. The tablet 600 because it's a 2.5K res tablet, which I hear is crisper than full HD. Yeah, because 1080p is H full HD, so you'd definitely be higher. It's almost, I think that's, yeah, it's a bit bigger than full HD. To be honest, for me, I'll draw them once, then boom, I got it for life. Can't draw the same character 5 times in one page unless it's a slash page with different fun poses. Yeah, that's another thing. Um, if you're gonna animate the character, I've heard artists refer to it as line mileage. Um, Basically, like how many details you want to add on this character, and keep in mind that this is a character you're going to draw thousands of times over. So it's like think about drawing that one detail again and again and again and again and again, and if you like it, fine, keep it going. But if you don't want to do that several times over, maybe you omit it. Maybe you take it away. Okay. So let me try something. I'm gonna try and do some color blocking. Um, colors, colores. I need to turn on the ref layer, which will be the ink layer right here. Okay. So I'm going to turn off the shading and strictly color the character. Let's see where we go from there. So we got the gloves. The gloves are going to be white, but me personally, I don't like making white objects in my drawings pure white because pure white digitally is light, if that makes sense. Like if you imagine the hex code um, F six times over, F F F F F F. If you interpret that as pure white light, then it makes things easier to render. Because if you don't, things can look overblown or things can look kind of wonky. Like like if you see pure white eyes on a character, it can get a little weird. If it can get a little weird if you're not careful with it. So I do the same thing with gloves. So the glove is technically white, but because of the way shadows and lighting works, I actually make it a slight gray. Um, pure white too harsh, sometimes pure dark too. So I always just stick to with colors that just seem closer, like a very dark blue or something. Yeah, exactly. Like with shading, I normally um avoid black as a shadow, unless that's what I'm going for, like a super high contrast um shading technique, like you see in comics. Every method has its purpose. Like every style has like a place. It's up to you whether or not you want to use it and use it properly, naturally. Let me see. I'll go for this color right here. Ed Ed Ed. Let's see what Ed 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 looks like. Okay, it's got to be another way to do this. Yeah. Uh huh. Huh. Neat. Hmm. Interesting. I love the flat color illustration with hard blacks as the casual shadows. It's always visually pleasing. Yeah, very very dramatic to look at. Oh, this is a torny torny. Oh, kind of like this game from back then called Sonic Riders. The same animators who did Attack on Titan did character designs in the introduction. Animation used like flat colors but harsh blacks. Game was busting. Sonic Riders mentioned. So, oh, I don't know. That's a good question. There was that one time Toei did a Sonic animation. I think it was for the Sonic CDs game or however it's called. That looked really good. EMS Entertainment. Hmm. Trust, bro. Sonic 3. I might pull up. That's the first movie I might see in theaters. All the other Sonics I've seen either in a plane or on my computer. uh, what are you gonna do when the odds are stacked against you? I used to hate that, bro. That theme, couldn't stand it, bro. It's I don't hate it. I don't really like mess with it either. I just don't hate it anymore. But when I was a kid, I could not stand how he was saying those lines, like the way he delivered them, like rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, why is he saying it like that? The R's aren't stacked against me. What are you doing? What are you saying? It's Billy in the odds, bro. I'm not gonna give it my all. Uh uh. Uh uh. Uh uh. This ain't Bakugan. And then he started trying to hit them notes in the second half of the song. I said, bro, what are you doing? Yeah, when you have to label it as HD, man. Oh no, it definitely still is. It's just the fact that they like labeled it that lets you know that that video came out during a time where that was a really good like eye catcher for content. Like if your content said it was HD, people go, "Oh, nice, you got an HD video." Mm-hmm. Yeah. you wish D8K because content like that exists. The amount of rendering, yeah, like the amount of rendering required to make an 8K video, man, goodness gracious. You gonna need insurance, is what you gonna need. Frig, dude. You're about to blow up. If you want a 1070 or if you want a 3070 Ti, but you're not really get, or if you want more than 3070 Ti, but you don't really want a 3080, why don't you look our way? People are currently trying to boycott it because of certain actors defending Brian Peck. Quiet on set Netflix Predator. Oh, frick. But like, dude, recast him later. I need to see Sonic and Shadow Duke. I had a I had a similar feeling or similar energy when Majors was having his whole thing. I was like, man, do not take him off low key. Finish that real quick. Then we worry about this later. Still think Majors have done dirty. I don't really know much about the situation, so I'm neither here or there about it. But man, I think he's I think he's serving some time now. I don't know. Hmm. Following the case closely, especially since like Cam was the next big bad. Yeah, he was. Oh yeah, yeah. Most likely, what was going to happen was they were going to do Kang, and they were going to transition into Doctor Doom, based off of the names of the movies. And but now I think they're just going to go straight to Doom. Yeah, yeah. Like what happened? Well, what I saw, I don't know if this is what happened, but what I saw was they dropped like comics to look at. They're like, here's some comics to get introduced into Fantastic Four or whatever, and like one of them was the first introduction of Galactus. One of them was the first introduction of Silver Surfer. Like it was like, okay, why would you need to know about Galactus and Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer if not you were gonna bring them up in some way, shape, or form? Mm. I don't. I didn't really watch that trailer closely, so I'm not sure. My outlook towards Marvel content is very like, okay, here we go. Like before, it used to be, all right, I'm lit, but now it's just like, okay, new movie, maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. Yeah, like even for the Deadpool movie, to be fair, I haven't even seen the other one, so I should probably do that first. But um, like my excitement for it isn't really high. It's like, okay, hopefully this is okay. Like that's my expectations now. Hopefully this is just an okay movie. Yeah, Wolverine Origins. Eh, come on, Tenno. You know that opening scene to that movie was lit. You can't lie to me. Yep. I love any content they do. I just feel like all the true nerds, like the Russo bros, James Gunn, etc., left, and now they just didn't really pan out all the potential ideas they can do. Their best money maker right now is Spider-Man and Daredevil. Next Spider-Man is going to be lit. Um, I don't know where they're going with Spider-Man now. Actually get good again. Oh, he's talking about the show. Let's see some photos for the set of Daredevil. Um, yeah, like yeah, the OG cast. The OG cast is still there, so hmm. Because the thing is, those actors I don't have an issue with. It's the ones controlling the show. It's the ones running it. Hmm. Iron Fist. Iron Fist season two is somehow better than the first season. Um, believe it or not. Yeah, the second season is technically better, but um, not by much. Not by much. They did Luke Cage season two was straight. I still think season one was better, but season two had some cool things in it. There was this really dope episode where Iron Fist shows up in Luke Cage, and that episode's really good. Um, but yeah, I didn't really keep up too much with the other Netflix series, like Jessica Jones. After that first season, I was kind of tuckered out. I couldn't do it. Like I don't know what it is about the pacing or something about it just threw me off. I was like, I don't want to watch this. Daredevil 3, I still need to see, and then Punisher 2, I haven't seen yet. He's finally on his own. They can do anything with his character, but he's more grounded now. Like his next movie will be Kingpin being the mayor. He and Daredevil will team up, and Sony are some B words. So they agreed to have Fisk hire a bunch of Spider Man's villains to kill him. Oh, so like on some hit list type beat or hit assassins like type beat. Kind of like Arkham Origins. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Mind you, Spider Man is 100 times better when his stories are more friendly, neighborhood, and grounded, so it's a step up. I did like that they brought Spider Man back down to Earth in the MCU. That was cool. Um, I would like to see more ground level or city level stories pan out for him. Um, yeah. Yeah. With Quicksilver. Mm. He said, I want to be a part of that. Um, Marvel wants it to be more grounded, but Sony, who's been desecrating the Spider-Man name, wanted it to be yet another multiverse story, so they agreed on what I just said, which I'm cool with. Yeah, I mean, in the as we saw in the Spider-Verse movie, they definitely are tying in all versions of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. So it's like, who knows what they could be doing with that? Sony, Sony has this thing going for them where like they almost know what we want, almost, but for some reason there's a disconnect. Like it's like telephone. It's like the game telephone where you tell somebody this and you tell somebody that, and you keep going and keep going. But when it gets to Sony, they go, "So y'all want a Madam Web movie?" And we're like, "Bro, like, what are y'all doing?" Goodness gracious! Only thing Sony has done exceptionally good was the Spider Verse movies. Spider Verse movies are very good, yeah. Uh, and I would say the original trilogy of Spider Man movies are very good as well. The third one, people, give flack, but in comparison to what we're getting now, it is a far cry. Mm. At least with like the trilogy, the Sam Raimi trilogy, there was definitely like a theme. Each movie had its own lesson you could learn from, and so that helped drive the plot and make it more cohesive and easy to kind of follow. Like, okay, this movie's about forgiveness. This movie's about hardship and down in your luck. Like, it's this was about going emo. Sony's that one cheap family member who promises you to buy you a Sprite like you desire, but get you the off-brand from 99-cent store called Sport. Gross. Gross. Y'all got Sprite, we got Sport. Okay. I kind of got lost in the sauce there, rendering that little section of the glove. Back to coloring. Let's see. Turn this off and yeah, I'm drawing all the ranges. Right now I'm working on just the blue one, to see how I'm going to approach the rest of this drawing. She's kind of my test dummy right now. Instead of buying Dove, you get Dave. Oh no. Let me find out I get a soap that says Dave on it. Goodness gracious. Let me see if I can find a solid Blue Ranger photo that gives me like better color information. You pinned a comment. Okay, that's a good photo. That gives me better information about the colors of this character. Uh, Hmm. Oh, like they have a proper bracket. Oh. Freak. it's it's serious out here. Freak, this ain't no freaking game. Thanos got a trigger word. What? There was this funny clip of Stone Cold Steve Austin after the show like went off air, and he's kind of just like messing around with the crowd. And each time he'd go up to somebody, he'd be like, "What's your name?" And then, "What do you do? Like, what's your job or what's your occupation?" And then they go like, "I'm a college student." And he goes, "If there's one thing I can't stand, is this is some stuck up college kid wasting his money going to parties." And then he goes to another guy, and I forget exactly what he said his occupation was. Let's just say like janitor or whatever, or something like that. It's like, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's some it's a blue collar low life doing janitor work or something like that. And then he goes to another woman, she's uh um like, I work with kids or whatever. And then he goes, if there's one thing I can't stand, he just starts laughing and just walks away. He walks away laughing hard because he knows what he's doing. He just leaves. He just leaves the crowd. That's a funny clip, bro. He's supposed to be a heel, by the way. Like, when he's doing this, he's supposed to be a villain, but the crowd kind of just still likes him. Like, after Stone Cold turned heel, people were just still kind of cheering him because they're like, Stone Cold, like, what? We like him, so he will do stuff like that, like off the air. There was another clip where he got his, like, it's the same clip actually. It's the same episode, but earlier, he gets his butt whooped by Rob Van Dam, and like he calls him out. He's like, RVD, and then when RVD comes back, he goes, never mind. And then he just walks away. He's like, never mind, I don't want to deal with this. More recently, there was this silly clip of Jimmy Uso, who's a heel right now. One of the end of the episodes, he got like mixed, like he got like super moved into oblivion, and the show ends with him like knocked out on the ground in the middle of the ring. This man proceeded to continue selling that he got knocked out from the super move, that when they were cleaning up the arena, they were rolling the mat with him in it, like like the floor that the ring you used. Yeah, it was off air, but somebody was still in the arena recording that he was still on the ground, and you just see like crew cleaning up the ring and rolling him off the ring. Like, stupid, bro. Blue Ranger. I remember there was one time I had actually gone to a local tournament, not to participate, just to kind of like observe it, just out of curiosity. And it was near our mall. It was like in a Champs store or a Champs restaurant. Champ, there's a Champs shoe store, and then there's also a Champ restaurant. And I was in the Champ restaurant, and I was just watching them warm up, like just get the hang of their controls and kind of get into the mindset of. It was for it was Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and it was kind of gnarly seeing them just be that good at the game. Like, huh, these guys are just warming up. They're just like getting um into the zone, and it's like, oh my goodness, they're just casually throwing these combos. It's like, yeah, bro. It's just like, oh my freaking goodness. There's levels to this. Hey, at least you tried. At least you went in and gave it a shot. Oh, they have they have. How many tournaments do they have open? Ah, interesting. Mhm. I'm still shook that Evo has an artist alley. Yeah, like I did not apply. The reason why I did not apply is because it's in Las Vegas in July. I'm not sure I want to deal with that heat. Like, fortunately, it's the desert, so it's not going to be humid, which is good. But I don't want to know what happens to my products in extreme weather situations. Texas in July is ridiculous, but at least I don't know. I guess there's air conditioning, and there's probably going to be air conditioning in Evo too. But I don't know. It's so close to DreamCon that I don't want to risk it. I don't want to be like, oh frick. Oh whoops. Mm. No. Mm. Mm. How long is that voucher? Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh snap! Can't stay. Thank you for the follow. I did not see that earlier. Hmm. Seems to be the common through line. Hmm. Nah, suffer. It's time to gamble. Oh, right. Man. Mm, you win this round, EA. Interesting. Selecting color gamut. I'm gonna adjust the gold here. Whoops, I just inverted it. Yeah, they have standards. Let's go. Yeah, they can't regulate that. Yeah. What's the rating on that game? I feel like it would be a rated T game, isn't it? Oh yeah, you guys are on that Peggy. Hmm? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. Let's see. Full screen this. Nice, nice. Oh wait, right. Yeah, you don't have to rely on the interface of the app anymore. Squiggles. Mm. Good practice, I assume. Interesting. Wait, what's it rated here? Okay, so it is rated T. Mm. T, yeah, T is basically like 13 and up to 17. Yeah, and then rated M is age 17 and up. Yeah, adult only. I have yet to see a game that's actually adult only, and I hope to never see a game that's actually adult only because I don't know how you get that high up. Oh, frig, dude. Cause like you can get away with a decent amount with just M. Like M, you can get away with a decent amount. So what did you do to push to get an AO? Like San Andreas is AO. Because most of these cover arts I see it says M. Maybe they censored some parts to it. Yeah, most of these I see use him. There could have been yeah, either the different version or maybe there was a discrepancy like this should be this rating, and then later on they were like, it's not that bad. And pushing the envelope, as they say. Now you want to know why? What the frick? What did they do? Enough, he says. it's it was a useless yeah, it was a useless feature. You have to constantly open it up. You have to open it up constantly. What he means is they were trying to provide an official feature for VC Tech, but sometimes I don't mind it, but other times I'm like, this could have been done better. Mm. Sometimes that I've had I've had moments where I felt dumb, where it was like someone pinged me, and I'm like, "Where is it? Where's the ping? Oh, it's here." Indiana Jones. About to do the Superman theme. You were such an inspiration. There's something funny about me screaming and then reading that. Um, Thank you, Triskill. Triskelifield? Triskelifield. Triskelifield. Is that the symbol? Or am I thinking of something else? Triskelion, that's what I'm thinking of. That that symbol where the spirals join together. I know what I need to do for this. I know what must be done. I have the solution. I always find it mildly entertaining when Masako Nazawa starts doing that thing where she's gritting her teeth and she's doing that weird noise to imply that she's angry. She'll go finally OMG, yes is the symbol with the three smiles, finally somebody knows it. Hey man. I may or may not have a little bit of knowledge. Knowing well and good I got that from Teen Wolf. Anyway. um no, that's funny to me. Wow, that looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. I should zoom in every now and then. I'm sorry I don't let you guys see the whole thing while I'm in the process of it. I kind of get lost in the sauce, and then people just see like a bunch of lines. And so if you haven't been keeping up, you wouldn't understand what's going on. I might zoom out a little bit after I finish setting up these colors here. Okay, that worked. Let me turn off this layer real quick. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Oh shoot! I accidentally turned on the shading layer. I just followed you a few days ago and I don't want to leave the live to recheck. Are you a character designer or animator? Not in an industry sense, no. I don't have any credibility. I just dabble in doing stuff like that. Like I've made my own characters and I've done some animations, but it's only for my own personal gain. I don't have any industry credits to my name. I do have that one movie credit where I made a movie poster, but that was some years ago. Ah, so this what this looks like. Interesting, interesting. I think the pink is too strong. Maybe I have to fix that. I want a blue sky. Hold on. Something vibrant. Too vibrant. That's cool. Do you ever plan to try and get into the industry like that? I don't know. It crosses my mind, and I try to think about it critically, and I don't know. I have a hard time seeing myself do well. Um, Not for the reasons you would think. Okay, so I like the color change, but I need to find a way to make the value not as dark. So maybe I push this a bit up. No, real competition. I wanted this to be easy. How long do you take to do these pieces? It seems like it takes hours, weeks even. I've been keeping track of my hours each stream. I'm well over the 20-hour mark. So, yeah, these take a while. And of course, that's 20 hours distributed. I'm not doing that all in one go. Yep, yep, yep. I'll push this more toward orange. Look who it is, Lavembria. Look, we made it to the shading phase. Okay, so I think I'll be okay with that. So I'm gonna add this um Ninja Storm because I'm gonna change the other one. This layer right here. Mm. Ah, I can play around with the shading based off the. Yeah, yeah. When did you start coloring? Today. Started coloring and shading today. Yesterday, I finished the line art for the other Rangers. Okay, I'm gonna go because this inspired me to draw so bad. Your drawing is beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate you for stopping by. Let me see. What do I want to do after this? Maybe I turn down shading layer ever so slightly. Trying to find the right like opacities to mess around with here. You work fast. I I try. So okay, how do I approach this? I'm gonna try and adding a highlight layer and see how that looks. I've been working on the multiply layer this whole time. I'm gonna make a new group. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. over there, almost 5. We'll get some rest, man. You gotta come back for WrestleMania. Hmm. Um, it's technically tomorrow, but it's tonight for you guys. It's like I think when it starts, it'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning for you. Hmm. So for night one, the main one, the main event for night one. Man, I can't speak. The main event for night one will be Cody Rhodes tag teaming with Seth Rollins to fight The Rock and Roman Reigns. Then the main event for night two, yeah. Then the main event for night two will be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. Mm. So okay, so the the Rock and Roman Reigns are cousins. So Rock has been backing up Roman Reigns because Cody Rhodes like, nah, I want to, compete for the championship. But Rock was like, no, it was going to be me and Roman Reigns. We were going to have a match, and it was going to be the greatest match in WWE history. Now you're in our way. And then Seth was like, bro, you can't just pull up in here and do whatever you want since you're on the board of TKO, which owns WWE now. That's not going to fly here. So Seth Rollins was like, oh, yo, Cody, if you need my help, I will stop Roman Reigns and The Rock with you. This girl Bria is drooling. Yeah, it sound lit. It sound hype. Can't wait. I hope. that Yeah, that's why some people didn't like it. Like when The Rock was implying that he was going to be like in the main event going up against Roman, people were like, "No, no, we don't want that. We want Cody. We want Cody to win. What are you doing coming back from Hollywood, taking the spotlight again?" So they saw that WWE saw that and they were like, "Oh, we need a Undertaker." It was people were better about it with Undertaker because it was like, oh, it's the Undertaker, like it's him. Like he pulls up at WrestleMania, it's fine. But the issue they had with The Rock was like he shows up like randomly, no build up, no setup, and boom, he'll be in the main event because it's The Rock. You know, you can't do nothing about it for real. Uh, um, but they didn't want him to do that again with Cody. Like we've been wanting Cody to win this whole time, so it's like no, no. But they saw that and they were like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for The Rock to turn heel after who knows how long. It's been years. It's been almost 20 years, 21 years since The Rock has turned heel intentionally. So, we get to see something interesting with The Rock being heel in this situation. Hmm. Leroy Jenkins. Hmm. You're not familiar with their game. This is that phase. This is the phase of my drawing where the save file takes longer because when I start adding like brush strokes and shading and value changes and whatnot, then it starts to get a little gnarly. It starts to get a little violent. You know what I mean? Oh no. If you're not first, you're last. Something entertaining about the energy that man put into saying that. General Zod from Superman 2. He's just like he freaking loses it. He just like he's talking to Superman and he just I forget exactly what causes him to like snap like that. But he just starts yelling at Superman. You will bow down before me. First you, and then eventually yours. Yeah, it was the older one. Well, usually it's in the snow. The Fortress of Solitude. It's usually like in the Antarctic area. It's cold here. My little sister is tuckered out. Probably the fasting and the weekend activity she was doing. Said my little sister is tuckered out. She is fast asleep. Like fasting when you're a kid is gnarly because time doesn't move quickly. Like you feel every minute of you not eating. Like, oh my lord. So the easiest solution is to just sleep. Let it pass. Yeah. So you might as well get your hours in. So the preliminary shading is going to be fairly quick, but the details is where I'll really lose a lot of my time. Because this is just getting, I'm just throwing down the values just to know where I'm at. But afterwards, I'm going to start refining it, and that's when it's going to get hectic. That's when it's going to hurt. That's when it's going to cause pain, strife, suffering, the works. But on the bright side, that's when you start to see the drawing reach its full potential. Hope whoever commissioned this is paying you good, beautiful work. Oh, this is just a passion project. I'm just doing it for the love of the game, low key. Ninja Storm was one of my favorite seasons, so let me go back to the other layer. You grew up on Jungle Fury? Yeah. The people who grew up with Jungle Fury, they always talk about it in positive light. So I can only assume that it was a good show. I can only assume it was a good season. I couldn't get into it because I think I was reaching that age where I was like, I'm not too big on Rangers anymore. I grew up on Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, and SPD. Like that was my Ranger era. And of course, yeah, and of course, Mighty Morphin would always show up, so I'd always watch the that one too. Um, but yeah, it was yeah, mhm. Like I remember, I would watch, I'd watch Mighty Morphin and Ninja Storm on the same channel, and then I remember Dino Thunder and SPD would show up on Toon Disney. Yeah, and that's where I watched them. Hmm. Oh, that freaking like war. Um, I think that happened I think that happened in Super Mega Force. That was an insane. Right. Everybody else was. Hmm. Right. Nitro. Mm. You sure it's not them trying to hack? Mm. You do stuff for Boom or IDW? I wish. They have some crazy stuff on End Boom, bro. I bought some of their Ranger books, and yeah, the art in there is ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Some very, very high quality artwork. Hello, KSP. Hmm. Good concurrent viewer. It's crazy how much effort it takes just to paint a small part. Yeah, yeah. If you want to go for the more realistic approach in shading, yeah, you could be in a spot for a minute before it gets to where you want it to be. Like right now, I'm kind of doing a bit of ambient occlusion. That's the technique I'm trying to perform here. All right. on some Kendrick type beat. Kazuya Mishima. Mm. You sleeping, Bria? Never felt so relaxed. How do you know that the shading is enough? Like, where is the border that if continuing adding shadow, it becomes too dark? Um, most of it is experience, and most of it is just trying stuff. Is there other arm on the other layer? Yes, yes, yes. Let me show you. I did it that way because I have the chaotic thought of making this a lenticular print. Will I follow through with this? No idea. But if I do, it's better that I have the arm separated by layer so that the transition doesn't feel so wonky. Like there's information behind the arm, so like when the lenticular print is made, it actually works. I don't know if I'll go that far. I really don't. I really don't know. But if I get that far, I at least have the file prepared in a way where it can be done that way. Yap, yap, yap is insane, KSP. I'm out here asking questions, being respectful to my viewers, and here comes KSP hating. What was I gonna do next? Oh right, the highlights. I was gonna see how that looks. The highlights will make or break this. So one of the highlights I wanted to do was the bounce lighting. Um, so areas of the costume would get hit uh, based off of the colors of other things surrounding it. So it's like you ever worn a super bright yellow shirt and you looked at your skin. If you put it next to the shirt, you can see your skin is reflecting the yellow from that shirt. So same thing happens with, pieces of clothing that are super reflective, like ranger suits. So one of the things I like to do to add some realism is to add highlights that match the color of the thing that would cause that highlight. I don't really know what the official term for it is called. I just call it bounce lighting, but you can refer to it as ray tracing. Same thing. So, for example, right, the colors of the ranger suit here, um, they might bounce a little bit of this gold, maybe, or the vice versa. Um, I'm trying to see how that would work. I'm trying to look up examples. So maybe, hmm, hmm, maybe like the white on this, for example, might bounce off onto the blue here. Let me try something like that. I'll label this bounce light. It wouldn't bounce this much, of course, but that's the starting point of it. And then I would go in and lower the opacity a bit by brushing away. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. It's just giving it a shot. See how it looks. Experimenting. Better. Maybe I just use the soft one. Yeah. Okay, so let's work. Okay, I see. I see. I'm on the wrong layer. I might make this the lighter color instead. Dang, a lullaby too. Yeah, I have the common habit of humming. I think it's withdrawal. Let me turn off that hand layer. See what we're dealing with here. So I'm going in and adding very subtle highlights to imply that the material is reflective with light. It's like, in the grand scheme of things, it's a very small part of it, right? Like, it's in likelihood of you seeing it is very low, but it's reflecting the sky color just enough at the edge that your brain will say, "Oh, yeah, this is a reflective surface. This material reflects like light very well," as opposed to diffusing it. Maybe this is light and this is through. Maybe it's like the sun. Interesting. So I guess what I do then is I'll take this layer out, make it its own, and then this can be screen. This can be normal. Sadly, I don't know what the cutoff point for Instagram is when it comes to stopping my stream, because it does eventually stop streaming. Like I can keep streaming technically on YouTube and Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch, sorry. And the Instagram one will eventually just end. So if it ends and there's no warning, that's why. What software are you using? Is that Clip Studio Paint? Yes, sir. This is in fact Clip Studio Paint. The software is, I think, it's very good. Good game, massive replayability. Let me turn off that bot handler again. If I don't say anything for a while, I'm sleeping. Understandable. Um, yeah, no, I picked up Clip Studio Paint around 2019, and that has been my main application for illustration since. Have not looked back. Very good software. I am a bit bummed out that the newest version is subscription based, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's gonna happen eventually. Nice. I'll diffuse the lighting a little bit more because this texture, the way I shaded it, it implies that the material is a bit more on the plasticky side, like hard reflective, almost like I don't know what they called it. If you ever had a pair of Jordan 11s, there's that really short, like really shiny spot on the shoe, and the way I'm shading it is starting to look that way. But I don't want that effect. I want it to be a little bit more diffused. So I'm smoothing out the highlights a little bit more. Yeah, it's a bit better. Mm. Oh, this is not. This is not the color I wanted. Yay. It's coming to fruition. Cool. I need to find a way to create that texture on the arms. Like if I zoom in on this, you can see there's like this kind of mesh or this like I don't even know what to really call it, like net fish net style texture on it. I could technically be stylistic with it if I wanted to be super duper lazy about it. And what I mean by that is like, let's say I make a new layer and then I fill it entirely with black like that. And then I hit it with a halftone layer. And then I reduce the halftone to the point where, or I reduce the opacity so that the halftones activate like sleeper cells. And then I go in and I think I'm supposed to choose cross. I think that's the one I'm supposed to go for. Yes. And then I turn down the frequency. That could be a super stylistic way for me to do it. Um, I'm actually curious as to how that might look. Let me go ahead and grab. Let's see. Select color gamut of the gray. And then make that the mask. How does that look? Yes, I. Maybe if I change the angle a little bit. 22 is my favorite. 22 is my go-to. It honestly don't look that bad. I might have to think about it. I might have to play with it a bit. See if I really mess with it for real. And I could always I could also go about the method of distorting it, like getting like some kind of tool to mesh, like move the mesh around a bit. I might do something like that. Um, but I'll keep this in mind. I will keep this in mind. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Kind of cool, honestly. Okay. Um, what else do I want to do? I should add like a soft layer that kind of overlays everything. Like it adds a little bit of a highlight, um, which is simple enough. And that one I think I can do over the entire thing. Well, in theory, I can do it over the entire thing. Um, you know what? I got it. I'm gonna do it like this. And then make a new layer. Have it follow everything underneath it. Parts. And I'll use the same color I use for shading. And I'll create a gradient based off of that. Kind of make it pop just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. I think it's supposed to be red right here. Ah! Ah! Yep. Must have been Malik. Okay. 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 Reference layer, color. It's red. Yeah, they were red. So okay, nice. The coloring for that is pretty straightforward. Okay. I think that's a good stopping point for today. I definitely still need to work on the sword here and some details and things like that. But I wanted to mainly get the preliminary pass of shading taken care of, so I can at least know what I'm going for stylistic wise. Uh, but I like where this is. I like where this is headed. The other rangers are going to be shaded in similar fashion, but I wanted to start with the blue ranger just to see what it could look like, get the hang of it, that kind of thing. But yeah, looks promising. Um, I look forward to finishing the rest of it. To anyone who stuck around during this very long, arduous process, thank you for watching. Uh, I'm probably going to pick back up on it tomorrow, roughly around the same time, hopefully. Um, then I'll keep working on Blue Ranger, and then probably move on to the Red Ranger during that stream. That's the game plan, at least. So until then, take care, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye.